What were your parents' names?
Mother and Dad was Ed and Exa Grant, and they married when Dad came back from World War I. And on August the 5th of 1922, Dr. Parsons came in a buggy from Ira, 5 miles west of the house where Mother and Dad lived, and delivered me.
Okay.
Were you the first child?
I was the first child.
And what did your parents do for a living then when you were born?
They were Dad was a farmer all of his life. He never did anything except farm. Even as a teenager, he began farming for the neighbors after he farmed for his dad. He had 8 brothers, and his dad rented pretty good sized farms for those days, and the 8 boys farmed.
Do you remember anything about your grandparents?
Yes, I had both grandparents, and I visited them a lot. Mother's mother and dad were the Sorrels, who lived west of Ira, about 5 miles down in the deep sand. And I remember on Sunday when we'd go to their house in an old Model T, Grandpa would be standing at the top of the hill watching to see if we could go through the sand. And if the Model T got stuck, Marvin, Mother's youngest brother, would come with the horse team and pull us out to the house. And as we'd go home on Sunday afternoon, the horses would follow us up to see that we got through the sand pile on top of the hill, at the foot of the hill.
And that's where the oil is now, on the Sorrels place, is that correct?
Right, and that was in, I think the first well in Ira was in 1920, which is 2 years before I was born, but it was west of them. And I can remember when I was about 4 or 6, my grandpa was talking to an old lady, and he said, Miss Barnett, someday there will be oil in this country. He said, you and I won't see it, but he put his hand on my head, and he said, but she and her children will. And now that has been an oil field for a good many years, and one of the richest oil fields.
Good.